So we are using our bank accounts on every single regular day basis, like whether it's all about getting a salary, if you're working on a part-time or a full-time job, it's about, paying your utility bills, it's about transportation, it's about food outside or anything, you need to have a bank account if you are going to spend money. So when you're coming as a newcomer to this country, whether you're coming as a student or you're coming as a person who is going to start a new employment in Ireland, so in that case the situation becomes a little bit tricky क्योंकि यहाँ पे आइलैंड में थोड़ा सा बैंक अकाउंट खोलना थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट है. It's not like like the banking systems in India where you can just go into a bank और आपने एक पर्चा भरा और आपने फोटो चिपकाया और टेबल नंबर 3 पे गया और टेबल नंबर 3 ने 4 पे भेजा और आफ्टर 3 or 4 hours ऑफ फुल जगलिंग आपका अकाउंट खुल गया. तो ऐसा नहीं है यहाँ पे. सो लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स हैपन here in Ireland. और फिर उसके बाद when you are coming here to Ireland, you will be thinking about how can I bring my money into the island, what are the different banks in the island, कौन से banks में मुझे approach करना चाहिए, what is the process, what is the procedure, what are the documentations, and what is the easiest way if I don't have to get into hustle initially, in setting up the accounts, क्या क्या चीज़ें हैं. So everything, so you have to think about a lot of things. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the questions and the queries which are coming in your mind right now, and plus we will talk about the options and services which are available in Ireland. So guys, before starting, if you guys are new on the channel, please subscribe to the channel. और अगर आप चैनल पे नए नहीं हो और चैनल देखते हो और अब तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो क्या किया, फिर सब्सक्राइब करो. और उसी के साथ हम स्टार्ट करते हैं आज का ये वीडियो. So the very first thing that we are going to discuss about is choosing a bank in Ireland. तो जैसे मैंने बोला था ना, choosing a bank, थोड़ा दिमाग में घंटी बजी हुई कि ऐसे कितने सारे बैंक्स हैं. So let me tell you guys, there are 64 banks in Ireland. Okay, so out of 64, there are big four. So what is a big four? जैसे हम लोग IT में बात करते हैं, what are the big four IT companies? तो वैसे ही है the big four banks in Ireland. So the big four banks are your AIB, your BOI, your Ulster Bank, and your permanent TSB. So these are the big four banks in Ireland. So out of these big four, AIB and BOI are the most famous banks of Ireland. So when you ask my suggestion, so I will always suggest you to either go with AIB or BOI because their coverage is very good in Ireland. You will find these two banks from a very, very small remote place to a larger cities in Ireland. Now, when we talk about the remaining two banks of the big four, which is your Ulster and permanent TSB, their reach is also good, but their reach is not good as the AIB and the BOI. So let's first talk about the AIB bank and what is, the documentation they require to open a bank account for you. So the very first information they need is your personal detail. Now personal detail, like apart from your age, male or female, your full name, and apart from all these kind of information, they are looking for a specific thing, which is your phone number. So you should have a phone number before you approach to the AIB bank. Now the second thing they are looking for is your photo identification. Now in the photo identification, carry your passports, as simple as that. The third thing the bank requires is your proof of address. Now in the proof of address, you can show any of your utility bills, which is like your electricity bill, your Wi-Fi bill, or your water bills. Okay. Now apart from these things, if you don't have any of the utility bill, because in that case, what you can also do is you can also show your health insurance certificate or document, क्योंकि उस document के ऊपर भी आपका एक address लिखा होता है. Okay, so you can also show that one. You can even show your rental agreement that you had with your agencies, with your accommodations or wherever you are staying, right? तो आप वो रेंटल एग्रीमेंट भी दिखा सकते हो और वो बैंक्स भी एक्सेप्ट करता है. बट मेक श्योर कि रेंटल एग्रीमेंट के साथ आप अगर कोई और दूसरा भी अगर आपको डॉक्यूमेंट देते हो तो इट्स वेल एंड गुड. The fourth thing which is required by a bank is a PPSN number. Now, this PPSN number is not essential for students initially because this is only required by the bank. अगर कोई बंदा वहां जाके बोलता है कि I want to open a bank for my salary to be credited, right? So in that case, the bank will definitely ask for a PPSN number. So make sure you carry your PPSN number when you are going to open a bank account with AIB. So for students, there is a one more catch that when you are going to the AIB bank for opening a bank account, please carry your enrollment letter that you have received from your college or university, because with that letter, it becomes very, very easy for you guys to open up account which is known as a student account. Now this student account is valid for 4 complete years. The major advantage of having a student account is that you don't have to pay any account maintenance fee for 4 complete years. Now what happens after 4 years? So after 4 years, the AIB will start charging you on a quarterly basis. Okay, so it's quarterly. So how much they charge? They charge you like 4.5 euros. Okay, now you can do the calculation. So when this amount is deducted, so this whole amount, which is like 4.5 euros quarterly, is deducted annually, the month of January of the new year. So I'm putting down a link which will tell you all about the account fees and the service charges which are taken by the bank from you guys, irrespective of what kind of account you have. So please visit this link for the AIB and you will have a very detailed knowledge about every single money they charge from you guys for your account. Okay. Now, the best thing about the AIB is about their app, which is very smooth, which is very flexible, and it has all the possible options to perform your day-to-day daily banking activities. And I also have a banking account with the AIB. Now, apart from that, if I have to do any sort of transfer of money from AIB to AIB or AIB to a different account, it hardly takes a day time. Or sometimes it is done instantly, but sometimes it takes one day of time for that particular transaction to happen. Now, the second bank we're going to talk about is the BOI, which is known as the Bank of Ireland. It is again one of the top most famous banks in Ireland here after AIB. Now, when we talk about how to open a bank account in BOI, it's absolutely the same process which is followed in AIB. Now, apart from these four, for the students, they should definitely carry their enrollment letters from the colleges and universities. And for the people who have started or going to start their employment with a particular employer, they should carry their letter of employment to the bank. Now, how to get an appointment for the BOI? So the thing is, like, it's the same thing which is followed in AIB. So you call them and you fix an appointment with them. They will give you an appointment date on the phone, or if you're not able to get it on the phone, you go on to the bank physically and ask for an appointment, and they will give you an appointment as soon as they have the slots available in their calendar. You go on your appointment date with all the required documents. So it will take 15-20 minutes of the time, and once that is done, it doesn't guarantee you the opening of the account then and there. So after waiting for like 5 or 6 days, you will get a letter at your home which will talk about your account number and a couple of other details about the accounts. Now, after you receive the first letter, after 4 or 5 days again you will receive the second letter which will have your pin, okay, for your debit card. Now, once you receive the second letter, after 3 or 4 days after you receive the second letter, you will get the third letter which will have your debit card. Now, the same thing is applicable for AIB as well. Okay, so nothing is different, like it's delayed in BOI or it's fast in AIB. No, so the same thing happens with AIB and BOI. Now, the BOI opens the student accounts for the students, okay, and they open the personal banking account for the non-student people. Now, for the student, it's the same thing which AIV gives, okay. It's like you don't have to pay any single amount as account maintenance fee for 4 years, but after 4 years, you have to pay the account maintenance fees. Now, for the people who have like standard banking account, okay, who are non-students, so in that case, you have to pay a your account maintenance fees. So the account maintenance fees for BOI is 6 euros per month. Okay. Now, if you do a calculation, it's 72 euros per year, which I personally feel like it's a bit higher as compared to AIB, because AIB is charging you 4.5 euros quarterly. So I'm sharing a link down below here where you can go and you can find every single piece of information about the different kind of account charges and the service fees which are taken by the BOI. So it's a very good link. Please go through it. Now, when we talk about the BOI app, it's packed with every single thing that you require on a daily basis. I have been using the BOI app apart from the AIB because I have the accounts in both the banks. So what I have seen is that the BOI app is little bit slower as compared to AIB. AIB app is faster as compared to BOI. Okay. The second problem that I have seen with the BOI is that the amount of time that they take to transfer the money from the BOI to some other bank, let's say AIB, so it takes like 2 to 3 days of time for the transfer of the amount. So I think these are the only drawbacks that I've seen in the BOI as compared to AIB. So the next very important question I'm going to address is about how you can bring the funds from your home countries to Ireland. The best answer for that is the first one is Forex Card. So you can get in touch with your banks with whom you have your accounts right now in India. Second thing is that you can also go, if you don't want to go for the banks, then there are like third-party solutions available which provide you the Forex Card, and you can get in touch with them and you can apply for a Forex Card. So third thing is that if you don't want to go for these two solutions, so the third thing is that you can apply for a specific global card, let's say a neo global card. Okay, you can use that one. I will put down the link in the description box and you can go through the link and you can see how you can apply for a neo global card. Now, the best thing about the neo global card is that once you launch some money into the Neo account, so let's say that you launch 50,000 rupees, right, which is an Indian currency in Neo account. It also gives you an app. You can also install an app on your phone. So let's say when you are in India, so it will show you the amount in rupees. Now when you changed, let's say that you traveled from India to let's say some other country, let's say Ireland, right? So in that case, what happens is the currency changes from INR to euro. The app will start showing you the euro price. Okay, now let's say that you changed your country location from Ireland to, let's say, US, right? Now it will start showing you the value in the American dollars with respect to your 50,000 rupees what initially you launched back in India. So with location, right, you can actually track the change in the currency as well. So that's a very big benefit of Neo Travel Card. So you should definitely try one. And as I said, I have put down the link in the description, so you can go and check it out. The benefit of using the Neo Global Card is also like, you can use it like a regular debit card. You can do the transactions at ATM. You can go for shoppings. You can do any kind of transactions, pause transactions, anything like that, right? But you also have to keep in mind that it's a multinational card, right? Now, every time you do a transaction, you have to pay a international fee on top of it. That is number one. Second thing is like, with these kind of cards, the Forex cards and the Neo Global Card, a major challenge comes like, whenever every time you do a transaction, you have to sign the receipts. Because I remember like, when I came from India to UK, because I was in UK before Ireland, I was settled there. So every time when I was out for some sort of grocery shopping or any type of shopping, so I have to do a sign on the receipts every single time without any fail. Okay, so yes, that problem comes with these kind of cards. What can be done about it, right? So the thing is that once you lodge your money in these kind of Forex cards or your Neo Global Card, when you come in Ireland, try to open a bank account as soon as possible. Once your account is set up, right, go to a ATM, withdraw all the money from there, okay, from the with the help of your Forex card or the global Neo Global Card, and go to the bank and deposit that lump sum that you have withdrawn from the ATM into your account. Now once you have the debit card, so you can use that debit card without any problem and without giving any extra international fees. So the next thing that we are going to discuss about is how you can quickly open a bank account in Ireland within 5 to 7 minutes. Right? I know what you're thinking, because in the starting of the video मैंने बोला था कि अकाउंट खोलना आयरलैंड में इतना आसान नहीं है. In an average duration of time, it takes from 1 to 2 months of time to completely set up your bank account in Ireland. But now I'm talking about how you can set up your bank account in 5 to 7 minutes. The solution is called as the virtual banking, and they set up you with your account details and all other required details like IBAN, BIC, and sort code. And they just take 5 to 7 minutes of time, and you're up and running with your accounts. Okay, now I will just name couple of you. This is not any sponsored video. I'm just telling you with my experience and all, with the experience that I have seen around me as well. So one is the MoneyJar, and I will put all the links in the description below, so you can look for these virtual banks there. Now the second virtual bank that I know of is B2BPay. Again, I will put the link in the description. Go there and check it out. It's again a very good bank, a virtual bank, which initially sets you up with the account number, IBAN number, sort code, and BIC, which is pretty much required information, if you have to do any sort of transactions in and out. Okay. Now the major benefit of using these kind of virtual cloud setups is like, you can instantly get an account. Now let's say that you are here as a student, or you are here as a person who have recently joined a company, and the company or your part-time employer wants to pay you as you are a student, right? You are working here, so you can give your these account details which have been set up by MoneyJar or B2BPay or any other virtual cloud bank, and the salary would be credited easily into these accounts. Now on top of that, you can set up your account for auto debits as well. So let's say that you want to pay your broadband bills, you want to pay your electricity bills on specific dates of the month, so you can do a setup of auto debit, and the money will be deducted from your account on the specific for the specific utilities. right? So that is also one of the biggest advantages. Another thing that is that you can even transfer to money to your friends and family members without any problem, like you do in a normal transfer scenarios when you are using bank services. So physical bank services, I mean. So it's more of like you're it gives you a complete privilege of a bank, and setting up accounts instantly without any problem. So when we are using these kind of services from such virtual cloud banks like MoneyJar, so yes, we have to pay for these kind of services, which are known as the monthly service charges. So right now, MoneyJar charges you 2.99 euros per month. Okay, and likewise, there are like couple of few other charges, small charges, which are put in place by MoneyJar. So you can find all those relevant information about the deductions on this particular link. So go through this link to understand what are the deductions put down by MoneyJar, and where you have to pay MoneyJar on the service charges or the account maintenance fees and a couple of other things as well. So guys, in today's video, we have all discussed about a lot of things. These things are very much important to talk about, as I know, like, when a person relocates from one country to a different country, so these kind of questions typically go in the head and it makes all crazy. So I think with today's video, I was able to make an impact and a little bit of stress-free environment for all my friends out there. So if you guys like this video, please put a thumbs up and share this video with everyone around you, with your friends, with your family members, so that they can take a chill pill and they can think, okay, yeah, okay, so this is how it can be easily done. So with that note, guys, I will catch you in the next vlog. See you guys soon. Cheers, bye bye, and take care.